Hi, CistReactZ. How you doing? Did you know that 70% of you guys are not subscribed? Also, did you know that I am living in those 70%'s walls right now? And if you want me to stop, you'll hit that subscribe button? What is up, you awesome kisters? It is CistReactZ, guys. Today we are reacting to I Created Garten of Banban in 1 week. How? Alright, hit that like button, subscribe to UniqueGeese, or Geese? UniqueGeese, and comment down below. And check the description for anybody associated with making the video. But I just want to see, how the hell did somebody make Garten of Banban in 1 week, and is it better than the original game?
Garten of Banban, the indie horror game that's been taking the internet by storm. You've probably seen it before, and if you haven't, you've seen this bird. Because it's seen you. Garten of Banban is what's called a mascot.
Oh, that transition was nice.
Led by the likes of Bendy, Poppy, Choo Choo Charles, Freddy
Choo Charles.
All of these games take friendly childhood
that?
characters and situations and turn them into demonic nightmares. I could talk for days about how your childhood being corrupted is a popular idea in horror right now, but I'll save that for another video.
What happened to Fred Flintstone back there?
To do the same, taking you to an abandoned daycare where you have to run from giant mascot characters made of Play-Doh. While the idea itself isn't super original, I don't see a problem with it. If you have some good ideas for character designs and story, there's some really interesting things you could do with this genre. But what a lot of people are upset about with Garten...
It's just that goddamn bird is way too hilarious. I don't know what they had in mind when they designed the bird, but it just looks hilarious more than scary, honestly.
Banban is the character design, lack of gameplay, and overall quality of the game, calling it low effort. But let's face it, the first game can be beaten in under 5 minutes without any major glitches, and only 2 months after they released the first game, they released the second. Now, this video is not an attack on the creators.
And that's crazy too. And yeah, like, I'm not gonna attack creators because I can't make a game. Like, I don't even know the first way to make a game like this guy does, or the creators of Garten of Banban themselves. But it's just kind of crazy that they didn't call it Chapter 2. They called it Garten of Banban 2 and 3. How the hell do you already have a sequel and a trequel out? I don't know what the hell you would call a 3. But yeah. Oh, how do they already have a trilogy already? That's crazy.
In fact, I've talked with them a few times and they seem pretty chill. Hi guys. In fact, I think Garten of Banban 2 was a major step up from Garten of Banban 1.
Oh really? I didn't play it.
Brothers, the developers of the game, will be able to take criticism from the first 2 chapters and continue to get better. Hopefully by chapter 4 or 5, we're looking at a beautiful game. That being said, there's been a lot of drama about the game lately.
Hopefully,
calling
indeed.
out content creators, arguments on if people should be able to refund their game, and questionable games they've made in their past. But I'm not here to talk about the drama. All of that comes from the idea that people think the game is low effort, that it's easy to just slap it together. Today, we're gonna test that. Is it possible to remake the first Garten of Banban game
week?
In
That's
under
what it took?
a week? Now,
That's
to make this
crazy.
challenge a little bit harder, I selected someone with 0, and I mean 0 game development experience.
Please welcome our special guest.
Me. It's me.
Okay. I'm a little slow, so I thought he was actually inviting somebody. My bad.
So let's set some
I like his
ground
editing so
rules.
far.
In 1 week, I have to make a horror game based on the original Garten of Banban, taking you from the entrance to the game to a short encounter with Jumbo Josh, this big green
That's what
guy.
that thing was
In this
called?
process, I have to teach myself coding with
Jumbo
blueprints, level
Josh?
layout, and design. Basically, every single thing that has to do with
He's
game design.
he
This will
is
primarily
cooking
be
back
learned
there.
all through free YouTube tutorials online. I didn't gather a list of the tutorials I watched as I did this, but shout out to everyone that makes Unreal tutorials. You guys are insane. One important factor of this is if you look at the credits for the first Garten of Banban, you're going to find that the majority of the assets and models used for the game were actually downloaded from a website called Sketchfab. This is perfectly legal and valid in game development, but we're going to play by the exact same rules. Anything that I can get a license to for commercial use, be it paid or free, from Sketchfab can be
like
used in my
he's
game
taking
as long as
stuff
it's credited
like
in the
they did.
credits
He's
menu.
creating it
This
just like
helps
how
out
they
a lot
did.
so that I'm
I
not
like
learning
that.
Blender the
He like
entire
immersed
week,
himself.
Because honestly, 3D modeling is an art form in itself.
I said that wrong. He immersed himself in how they created the game. That's what I was trying to say.
That aside, I started everything out late Saturday night. I was watching the streamer awards on one monitor when I decided, hey, I kind of want to learn Unreal Engine. One tutorial about level design that I was like half paying attention to while watching the streamer awards, and I had this screenshot of a theoretical remake of the game. I posted this work on Twitter just for funsies, asking what would the game look like if it had this level of detail throughout the entire thing, to which Twitter replied with, okay, You do it. I woke up the next morning to the tweet blowing up, and I made the decision that I was going to spend that Sunday till the next Sunday solely working on the game. Which does mean that I spent my entire spring break in my junior year of college making the Funny Bird game. Right off the bat, I knew I wanted to put my own spin on the game. One thing that really bugged me
you should have waited. Spring break is crazy.
It's pretty common to see like character and like phrase vinyl or like painted lettering up on walls of like schools and stuff. But something about like the reuse of these basic character renders and the way they're scaled up, and also just like the out of place weird like text bubbles that are everywhere, it just wasn't my vibe when I was playing through the game. So we decided to switch those to actual painted murals and posters. During this time, we also decided to redesign some of the characters that you see in this chapter. And while I am studying graphic design, character drawing isn't really my thing. So I got my friend Pincer Prod to do some redesigns of the characters, and we kind of talked through stuff, and they came up with some really cool renders. I tossed those onto posters that I designed, and honestly, they turned out pretty cool. Like I said, we redesigned some of the characters because our mentality was if you're gonna have these mascots in like a children's area, they probably shouldn't look like eldritch horrors. And we also thought it'd be kind of cool if they all had a purpose outside of just existing.
What is eldritch horrors? Like I've seen that name a lot on Twitter. What is it? Just like a monster series or something like that? Should I watch it?
The kids.
Sorry, I just hit the full screen button.
So with Jumbo Josh, we had him
Should I
become
watch it
this,
or not?
like,
I don't know.
chef character that promotes healthy eating. In the original game, he talks about eating fruits and veggies to grow big and strong like him, bruh. So we thought it would be fitting to
turn him into a chef
and, you know, promote healthy eating. Then with Opila, we decided to make her into this fun pink bird who would promote getting a healthy amount of sleep, 8 hours a night.
I gave him like personalities.
Did not get making this video. This all stems from the idea that if we theoretically would do chapter 2, the whole area with the baby chicks would be turned into a kind of nursery, and she'd be in charge of that. But with the first chapter, it's more about getting enough sleep to be able to play all day. While we were working on these redesigns, I continued to build up the lobby. I did my best to recreate the look of the original game while putting my own spin on it. One thing that I thought would be cool is to have this like little outdoor scene at the front entrance. I think it really adds some depth.
It's like somebody died in front of the
actual building,
plank
not
there.
Just like some void that you're running around in. On top of that, I really like the lighting that came through. I think it really set up the scene.
Yeah,
Speaking about
really
lighting,
spiced up the area.
With the original game is that it's all super brightly lit. I decided for our version we would go for more of a horror aspect, really allowing for more darkness and even some pitch black areas in the game. But if you're gonna have pitch black areas, you need a way for the player to be able to navigate that. So one of the first things I coded in was a flashlight. Now there's a lot of little things about game development that you don't think about until you try to make your first game. It's not as simple as add flashlight to player. It's a lot of boring stuff that you probably don't care about. But that's what this entire project was, just trying to figure out how to do stuff, watching countless YouTube tutorials. And by the end, I was able to do a lot of this stuff without Googling it and just kind of figuring it out myself. Now you may say, Mason, why is the flashlight in the left hand? Shouldn't the item be in the right hand? I got you. So in the original plan of the game, we were going to fully remake it with the drone mechanic. And if you guys know from the original game, the remote controller for the drone is actually in your right hand. So the idea is,
well, as a left-handed person, I say thank you for adding in the left hand, but hey, I guess I'm weird.
You'd have your left hand for the flashlight, right hand for the drone controller to move the drone around. But like I said, this is my first time really ever coding. So within a week period, there wasn't a shot that I was going to get the drone mechanic up and working the way it should. So I kind of just wrote it out of the game. The drone is still in the game. It's just in a closet with a note next to it saying that it's down for repair. And a lot of the buttons are still in their original spot in the game.
Good details.
I set this all up so that this video does well and I have enough requests to like go ahead and expand the game into new chapters or remake this first chapter entirely. I could spend a couple weeks getting the drone mechanic to work properly. But for now, players are just going to move around with keys and key cards. Stop! Beyond this point in this classroom, I do a lot of redesigning. There's a lot of stuff that isn't in the original game or has changed. So if you guys don't want to get spoiled for any of the new stuff, either check out the game with the link in the description, assuming it hasn't been taken down, or check out my no commentary playthrough of it, which I'll also link in the description. Everyone good? Okay.
The playground!
So in the original game, I know what they're going for with the whole look of this playground.
I still
have these big like rubber plastic things that kids can climb on.
I still just cannot believe that
kind of stuff as a kid. But as I was doing some research into
he really just went out there and just redid it all.
I kind of got settled, and I had this vivid memory of the play sets that you'd see at like McDonald's back in the day.
Oh man,
these big pipes, and like you'd have to
flashback to the past.
Honestly, they kind of scared me at times. I don't know if I'm like claustrophobic and I just don't know, but like something about being in there and like a kid comes up behind you, it's scary. So I decided to have my version of the playground focus more on that. I of course did make a rough recreation of the wooden playground that they have in the base game, but I added all of these 3D pipes around the map to give the illusion that it's this massive play area that kids can kind of crawl through and go to different parts of the facility.
Wow.
I also stacked a bunch of the pipes in this corner where Opila normally is, but we'll get into that in a minute. Whenever I was developing the game, I was talking to some friends about some stuff that they've seen in horror games, and we kind of came to the conclusion that some of the scariest
They just added the
moments in
McDonald's
horror
slide in
is
there.
when you're in a confined space and you don't know what else is in there. So I decided to implement a crouch mechanic, which wasn't in the base game,
Crouch
which would allow
mechanic.
us to guide the player into the pipes and go into different rooms looking for the eggs
Oh,
for
that's
the egg minigame.
that's fire.
Opila in here? Oh, scary bird. Something about the darkness and having to navigate this area with just your flashlight, and then something about like this weird lighting. It's all really creepy, and I'm very happy with how it came out. In
Oh,
such
the
a short amount
eyes
of
staring
time.
at
With
you.
all this laid out, I worked on the egg mini game, which I'm not going to go into the details of it. But basically, instead of dumping the eggs into Opila's mouth like in the base game, I just let the players put the eggs in a basket because that seems a little bit less like strange. Once you collect all 6 eggs, a vent opens to the right, which allows you to open up this door in the classroom. I of course added a ton of extra details in this area
Vents
as
with your
well. So if you
screwdriver.
guys play the game, do me a favor and check out some of the signage. I had a lot of fun making it. But if I'm being honest, there was something missing from this area. Sure, it was all friendly and nice and then got scarier once you got into the tubes, but it felt lifeless. So I hit up my friend Seek to help me compose some music for this area. Within a day, they had this really cute little
Music
theme
too?
similar to the daycare center from Security Breach. And whoo, it was a banger.
Yo. Not only did they remake the game, they even put a whole OST in there. Wow. Uh-oh. Ophelia lost
So I
her
just
eggs.
set that up so that you can hear it whenever you're in
Like,
the area, and then whenever you walk out of
that
that
is
room, it fades away
insane.
the farther you get. Very nice. Let's get
That is insane how much effort was packed into a week's window. Just good
to that
job.
key card you got
That's all
from
I can
the
say.
egg
Just
mini
great job.
Obviously, that's going to unlock the door in here. And normally in the game, you can find a hammer that lets you take down some planks of wood. But I got a little bit spicy, a little bit creative. My
Oh?
brain was so massive, I changed it to a screwdriver.
Oh,
Very
okay.
nice. You can now use this screwdriver to unlock vents, which means, yes, you're going to be crawling through vent shafts. So once you crawl through the vent shaft, you're going to fall into the new ball pit area, which in the original game, I thought was a little bit strange. I mean, right here, it says
Ball pit closed.
Ball pit, but then you get here and it's just a deep void. And there's no
Oh,
like,
that was meant to be a
lore
ball pit?
explanation as to why
I never
there's
noticed
nothing
that.
in the ball pit. It's just an endless deep pit. This thing's scarier than the
See, I probably didn't notice it was a ball pit because of what he was just saying. Like, it's just a deep, endless void. And plus, I missed the sign. But still.
TwitchCon foam pit. Why is it in a
But still.
kindergarten? At the same time, though, I feel like it's an iconic part of the original game, so I think I came up with a solution for this. What if this area was a new expansion to the main play area? So I added a ton of scaffolding, a ton of boxes laying around, make it look like it's a work in progress construction project. I also made sure to add a bunch of the tubes from the original playroom so that it looks like you could crawl from the original to this one. And honestly, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Now, normally this is where the Opila chase sequence happens, but I kind of wanted to change it up in my version. So for now, we've added
What the heck was
platforms
that,
similar to the
poster?
parkour section of the second game. I know, everyone's favorite part. But the idea is that once the pit's filled up with balls, kids will be able to jump on and off those platforms, play around on them. So they kind of make sense in this context instead of just, you know, floating in the second game. Oh yeah, I also made my first cutscene in this room.
Oh, word? Am I gonna get jump scared? Oh, the music's fading out. I'm gonna get jump scared. I just know it. Oh. Oh.
Dude, get me on the next Call of Duty! On the other side of the pit, there's another vent that you have to crawl through, hiding under some scaffolding, and this will take you to the final segment of the game. For our chase sequence, I had this idea of running down a bunch of halls in a school, running from Opila, but because we're working on a strict deadline, I decided to make a quick maze using a bunch of walls and posters, and yeah, that looks like the back rooms.
Yeah.
Not intended. I promise you, not intended. You're not running around the back rooms. But again, if this video does well, I'd love to do an update to the game where I actually flesh out this section instead of making it look like the back rooms. Now that we got the whole
Nah,
map
it has
laid out, let's talk
800K
about the
views.
parts
We
that
gotta
you
see
guys
the
care
we gotta
about,
see the upgrade.
characters.
Gotta
I've
see
already
the
showed you
patch
the
2.
redesigns for Jumbo Josh and Opila, but unless you're scared of furries, these things aren't going to be scaring you. So we did a lot of brainstorming on how we can make these characters look scary. And in the lore of the first game, it actually takes place in 2016. And originally, I was just going to follow the same plot. But what if something bad happened in 2016? What if the entire facility was left abandoned in 2016 and the events of my game happened in 2023? This would mean that there would be 7 years between starving when the building's shut down and when you're actually playing the game. So what if these little science experiments that were helping the kids and looking pretty were left alone in a facility with no food, scavenging for 7 years? Poor Jumbo Josh would be left in a dark room for 7 years. His body would begin melting away and deteriorating, but because he's not a natural life form, he can't die. So we redesigned him to quite literally have his face melting off, which is kind of terrifying. Then our pretty bird
just by the
Okila.
concept art, that looks terrifying.
She's running around the top floor scavenging, looking for anything to eat. And similar to the original game, we love the idea that she's stalking her prey. So throughout the entire game, you'll find her kind of lurking around corners and trying to hide from you until she finally snaps and is ready to eat your flesh. Because of this, she appears a lot more unlively.
Hell no. Did I just see the bone sticking out of her? No, that is crazy. The bone sticking out of the neck. Then you got like the tall flesh creature over here. Or I mean her spine or whatever. I don't know. Spine, bone, what the hell is that?
Snaps and is ready to eat your flesh. Because of this, she appears a lot more unlively, starving, bruises all over her body, blood on her beak.
Dang.
Yeah, she's kind of...
I know those were meant to be feathers, but like... Hang on. I'm doing like the frame by frame. I know those are meant to look like feathers, but it also looks like blood's like dripping off the wing. That is some fire design.
Yeah, she's kind of terrifying. We sent these designs over to my friend Slushy, and within a couple of days, we had fully working, rigged, and animated models.
Wow.
I thought the best way to get these guys into the environment would start with the first appearance of Okila from the original game. In the original, whenever you walk up to this corner, she kind of just loops around. And I thought this would be the perfect starting place to test if I could code something like this, and yeah, it works. Something about being in the darkness and shining a flashlight on this thing makes
that's
it so
scarier.
terrifying. I use this
No
technique
offense
of
to you,
having
Fork
her
Brothers,
be
that
around
is
the corner and
scarier.
then turn to hide from you a couple times in this chapter. I won't spoil them all.
The original was freaky, but that's
the other
scary.
time we used Okila was at the end of the game during the chase sequence, and I had to code up a pretty basic AI. I won't go into the details of it, but basically she just finds the player and chases her around the maze. It works. Slushy made an awesome run animation for it, so it works fine. Then with Jumbo Josh, of course in the base game, you only see him for a couple of seconds whenever he goes to push over your elevator for some reason, which ends up crushing him in the second game, so like, good move, bro. So we decided at the end of the chase
I just got
sequence, you're gonna
spoilers.
fall through the floor while trying to
I don't even know if I was gonna play it
and
anyway.
Down there in the pit with you is Jumbo Josh. Now there's probably 100 more things I did for this project, from the little notifications in the corner to guide the player, to opening up notes, to making those notes and writing them all out. The list goes on and on forever, but for the sake of this video, I decided to invite a couple of friends on to show you guys how the game works.
Oh, neat.
It already looks better than the original Banban.
Dang.
Garten of Banban.
Dang, even a title screen
Thanks
too.
to the guy that made the 90s computer. Thanks to the guy that made the
I gotta go through each one.
Whoa, the lighting is so good.
Holy.
Huh.
That really like makes it look eerie.
Like it's connected to a
Yeah, I
world.
love the art. I love the art. Eat fruits and veggies to grow strong. Oh man.
The blood on the poster. Ooh, I like how it was drawn on the wall.
Posters there, the drawings on there. I had a friend do just for time because they're better character artists than me, but I did the posters. Yeah.
Oh, let me move my camera so you guys can see their reactions
It
too.
actually looks like a scary kindergarten, not just actually a kindergarten.
This is me when I'm
Hey yo,
Barely see over
Huh?
here.
What was
Maybe
he-
I get a flashlight.
what was he cooking right there?
I do get a flashlight. Is that a flashlight? Maybe can I? Oh, okay. Yep. There we go. Oh, it's a terribly weak flashlight. Perfect.
I love the notification text box in the top left.
Oh, it's adorable.
the tiles really make it feel like a backrooms kind of thing.
There's a kitchen back here. It actually makes sense. Holy. Okay. Holy shit, the bird. Okay, that's way.
And then you got a little horror sound too when he goes around the corner.
Pretty happy with that design.
Nice. The eyes are glinting in the dark
The
too,
model is like so good. It's
like those
actually
Finance at Freddy's
terrifying.
characters.
Oh, hello.
It reminds me of the greeter from
Little
123
bird.
Slaughter Me Street.
Ooh, hello there. Sharing is caring. Your pancreas is mine.
Hey chicks, welcome to my nest.
Whee! Oh my
I
god.
love the cheery, upbeat music.
Oh, this is great. This is so cute. Oh my gosh. Surprise. Oh,
So
you can actually
horrifying,
see them.
too.
Holy, already improvements. Wait, can we go in here? Oh. Oh, sick, dude. Where are we
Yeah,
going?
it's gonna be sick until you get followed by that bird.
Yeah, this is a new area. I had a buddy.
So much more gameplay.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I mean, the fact that there's this room at all.
True.
Was that a squawk in the distance? What was that sound? What was that squeaky little sound?
When I first played it, I then played it for another hour and a half to get, like, I don't know what I had, like a 4:30. This section alone would force it to be longer than the original chapter.
Yeah.
You see, this is what happens when you actually put time and effort into a game. Crazy,
Dang.
right? And this was made in 1 week by someone with no game dev experience, which already speaks volumes.
Oh.
Okay, that is
Sorry.
creepy.
Oh god, you can see her through the slide. You can see like her eyes. I just love how like there's like some type of reflection here of the wall. Like time was actually put into it.
Speaks volumes.
Just the little details.
Fucking creepy.
And it took a week. That's insane.
Hi.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yo, where can I download this? Pretty boy, what does that say on the wall? Pretty body?
Serious game dev? 'Cause that was
Oh, pretty
good.
bird.
Oh, what's this? Oh, bird!
Oh my god. Okay, I like that too.
Let's take a look-see over here. Are those
Really
eyes?
is like the greeter just stalking you, watching you.
Okay.
And he
I
went
think
back.
those are eyes. I should turn around. Oh, we're good. Never mind. We're gonna keep going. Pretty bird, 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 pretty bird.
Alright, they're gonna read it all? Okay.
Nope.
Damn!
Screwdriver.
That buzzing sound.
For the vent. Yes, thank you, prompt in the corner.
Bird, pretty bird, pretty bird.
Still
pretty
reading
bird,
it.
Pretty bird, pretty bird, pretty bird, pretty bird.
Oh my god, cutscene.
Cutscene.
Wow. Wow, this is very much a recreation. I thought you like switched out some textures. This is a whole other game. Yeah, and I like it
Yeah.
because it maintains.
That's
a
really
lot
what I was
more
expecting
of
at
the
first too, but actually
playful
just did it.
kindergartenness than- Like their game is just like here's a chasm.
yeah.
And these weird platforms that come out of the ground, but like this is actually like if I was a kid, I'd love this, you know?
Right,
Shoot,
right.
motherfuckers. But it's also chilling.
Pretty bird, pretty bird, pretty bird.
Love
I
that
didn't even
sub
notice
notification.
these.
Listen to your superior. You are
So
nothing.
much more interesting than the first game, the original game. This is like so much. There's so much more to this. I love this.
I thought that was the bird.
Uh-oh. Oh, we fell into the back rooms. Oh. Oh, we fell into the back rooms. What is this? This is the back rooms. Oh.
Oh god. So what happens when you die?
Insert lore here.
Bruh.
Fair enough.
Oh my god.
It just broke through a
That
whole
is still
wall.
like actually terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Did it somehow get louder?
Nice.
It's music though.
This way. Okay. Run. All right, we're running.
Like you're actually being
We're doing
chased.
this. We're going. Who are you? No idea. Who are you?
I like how
Slow.
I like how Ophelia just drew some misdirection
Who are you?
over
No
there.
idea. Who are you?
Get to the door, like that's actually awesome. Little misdirection, little trolling, little tomfoolery.
I kind of lost my way here. Oh, made it.
No, you didn't. The key card.
shit.
Oh, actually, you didn't. Okay, never mind. Oh my gosh. How did you not break your legs?
Oh my god, he's handsome.
There's a lot of following
Go to
this
the
chapter.
door. You got it, Captain. Oh, okay, we're falling. Whee!
I wonder if Ophelia fell with you.
Oh. Oh. It's Jumbo Josh, bro.
I still can't get over
It's
the
Jumbo
half
Josh,
melted
bro.
face.
He's real big.
Oh, that's it.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Well, good to know you can get stuck there.
so like,
Interesting.
what happens when he tries to actually
I
fall?
did
Will the
not
bird try to
know
get him?
That you can get stuck there. But can you like not move?
No, I could.
Oh, never mind.
I see. I see.
That'd been crazy if the bird tried to jump across.
Intentional game design. Oh my god. He's terrified. What did they do to you, Josh?
That was actually good.
Thanks for
I
playing.
actually enjoyed
Wow.
that. Obviously, it's still bad, but for what the material was to work with, it was good.
Yeah, that's a lot
That
better
was
than the game.
Like I said, there's not much, but in terms of copying what they had, I feel like it was a fun little time, you know?
I definitely have to try this on a separate video, man, because
Puts him to shame.
it'd just be
Make sure
it'd be a
to
crime not
support
to.
UniqueGeese on his YouTube channel, as well as the original project, Garten of Banban.
So yeah, I had a blast making this game. I went from zero knowledge in game development
Shoot,
or Unreal
I could tell
to
you
a fully
did.
playable game that you guys can download down below. Keep in mind, it's gonna be scuffed.
It's
It's
outro
gonna
music.
be buggy. Bro, I whipped this together in a week. It's hanging on by the shoelaces, dude. And
Hanging
again,
on by
this
the
project
shoelaces?
wasn't meant to like one-up the Euphoric brothers or anything. I genuinely want to see them succeed, and I hope they continue to take criticism and make their games even better. But this
Yes,
was
sir,
just a
yes,
good
sir.
excuse for me to finally take some time to learn game development while also making some content for the YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe. This took a while. Thank you again to Slushy, Seek, and Pincer Prod for helping me with the development of this game.
Oh,
It was a blast
man.
working with you guys. And for now, I'm
W-
pretty happy with
W
it. But if
team.
this video
W
does well,
team.
you guys ask enough for it, I would love to go ahead and do an update to
W
this that
team.
expands out Chapter 1 a lot more. And also, I wouldn't mind touching a Chapter 2. Now, keep in
Touching
mind, if we
Chapter
do
2?
a Chapter 2, it's going to be completely different from Garden of Banban 2. The last thing I want to do is make it
Oh,
look
God.
like I'm making a free version of a paid game.
The-
And again, you should go support the
The
official
annotation
but
is
I have a lot
scary.
of ideas about how we could use characters that haven't been seen in the base games yet, how we could adapt
I'm trying to take this outro seriously, but it's just got smooth Patrick staring at me.
the world to something a little bit more interesting in my style. I think it'd be a lot of fun. So if you guys want to see that stuff, leave a comment down below.
All right, I think that's the end of the video there. So yeah, that was I recreated Garten of Banban in 1 week by UniqueGeese. Bro, like I really thought it wasn't gonna be that in depth. Like they actually went and just did everything from the ground up. They got a whole soundtrack in there. They were not playing. They actually did that. That was pretty insane. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. Let me know if you guys want me to try this. And thank you for UniqueGeese for letting me react to this. Peace.